Abrahamic Religions by Matthew McGilvary. Hey, in summary, for Abrahamic creation, the book Genesis is pretty much it. It details Adam and Eve's creation, it details their descendancy until Noah and his kin, and then it details Noah and the Great Flood, giving us an idea of how man, as we know it, came to be, and how it became widespread throughout the earth. There are some differences in beliefs, however. Christianity believe Adam and Eve were once real people, and together they brought the dawn of mankind. Christianity also has a more literal belief about it. They believe Adam and Eve were really there. They believe the Garden of Eden was a true place. Judaism and Islam do not necessarily believe this. Judaism specifically believes Adam and Eve were not real people, and instead they give the belief of Genesis as a parable, a story that isn't true but gives a moral lesson. Islam is much less specific. It just is simplified, it gets the story across with much less to say. Lilith was Adam's first wife. She was created from the dirt equal to Adam and refused to submit to him when he asked. Well, not quite asked, but requested so. Her story was from the Apocrypha as we know it now, but when it was originally part of the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran, it was seen as not as important to the overall story, and it was taken out in order to reduce cost of making it. It happened again during translation of the King James Version in the Bible, where they just took the little tiny bits out that were left and filled in the gaps with other situations that still made sense. She was removed from the sacred text to keep printing costs down, and the Apocrypha was made a separate section of book in case anyone wanted to do their own research, I guess. But during translation to King James, it was seen as a chance to alter the story to push their own narrative and guide the belief of the people. This is a very controversial belief, but there is quite a bit of evidence to back it, especially for the Catholics and many other church styles at the time. A modern look at Lilith is difficult to say with a broad statement simply because she is not as well known. But, at least in just the eyes of a few, she is a really good point to look at for any who would believe that there is inequality between man or woman. Because even according to the Bible, there was a woman who was completely equal to man. However, the fact that she was removed from that story and that she was no longer a part of it, uh, it gives an interesting example to how those religions would view women being equal to men, at least throughout their history. The Apocrypha is a set of 14 books that was taken out of the Bible, along with similar stories in the Torah and the Quran. Again, they were taken out initially because they were not important to the moral of the story. However, they were eventually taken out and forgotten, no longer truly a part of the story as it is known, which changes the meaning of the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah. These are my sources. LearnReligions.com is that in the Bible WordPress and Marrow